Welcome back, everyone. Sprint qualifying for the 2026 Miami Grand Prix definitely gave us a lot of to talk about. We had lockups, team radio frustration, upgrades all over the grid, and a seriously impressive lap from Lando Norris to take pole. Let's run through the results and my reaction, starting from SQ1. In P22, we have Lance Stroll. He had a lockup, brought out yellow flags, and then retired, so there's probably something wrong with that Aston Martin. After the spring break, Aston still seems to have major problems, and this was a really bad start to the session for them. P21, we have Fernando Alonso, and he also had a lockup. And honestly, Aston Martin looks completely out of sorts right now. When both cars are struggling like this, it really feels like there's a deeper issue with that car. In P20, we have Valtteri Bottas. Cadillac brought upgrades like pretty much every team, and while they still look like one of the slowest teams along with Aston Martin, there are still some signs of improvement. In P19, we have Sergio Perez. He managed to beat his teammates, so good job for him. And also decent effort from Cadillac in their first qualifying session in America. In P18, we have Esteban Ocon. He had a lockup, and that one looked like a driver error. Not a great session from Ocon, and he definitely needs to find more pace. In P17, we have Liam Lawson. He was clearly not happy with the team after qualifying and was complaining about the braking. He rounds out the SQ1 eliminations, and that doesn't sound very encouraging for the rest of the weekend. Moving on to SQ2, in P16 we have Arvid Lindblad. Nothing too dramatic here, but the car just seems a bit too slow at the back of the midfield. In P15 we have Carlos Sainz. He was unhappy with the position and was complaining on team radio. Williams clearly doesn't have the pace they were hoping for here. In P14, Alex Albon, again nothing special, and it just confirms that Williams is struggling and it is not where they want to be. In P13, we have Oli Berman for Haas. He did an okay job and outqualified Ocon, but overall it was a fairly average session from Oli. In P12, we have Nico Hülkenberg for Audi, close to the top 10, but not quite enough. Still, Audi looks like they are at the upper end of the midfield, even if there's still work to do. In P11, we have Gabriel Bortoleto. He outqualified Nico, which is a very good effort, and he was close to SQ3. It wasn't enough this time, but he can definitely still fight in the sprint from there. Moving on to SQ3. In P10, we have Pierre Gasly. Great job by Alpine and Gasly to get into the top 10. Right now, they look like the fastest midfield team. In P9 was Isaac Hadjar. He seems to be struggling to extract the same pace as Max from this upgraded Red Bull, so it will be interesting to see if that continues. In P8, we have Franco Colapinto. Great job from Franco. He outqualified his teammate and Hadjar, and he finally looks like he's settling into the car. In P7, we have Lewis Hamilton. He probably could have done better, but he was complaining about downshifts, so maybe the car wasn't quite right. Still, P7 feels a bit underwhelming. In P6, we have George Russell. He was struggling compared to Kimi, and Mercedes didn't bring upgrades. He definitely going to be disappointed with that result. In P5, we have Max Verstappen. Good job by Max. Red Bull brought upgrades and the car does look faster, so they seem to be moving in the right direction. In P4 is Charles Leclerc. Ferrari also brought upgrades, but I think they'll be disappointed because he looked quick all weekend and probably had more in hand. In P3, Oscar Piastri. McLaren brought upgrades and they are clearly working. Very good job by Oscar. In P2 was Kimi Antonelli, current championship leader. He extracted absolutely everything from that Mercedes, outqualified his teammate again, and just keeps improving. Very impressive performance. And in P1, Lando Norris, the champion, is back on pole. McLaren brought big upgrades and they look seriously fast now. Brilliant lap and a huge statement from Lando. So overall, McLaren looks like the big winner from sprint qualifying. Mercedes had a mixed session with Antonelli shining. Ferrari and Red Bull are still in the fight, and Aston Martin looks like they're in the real trouble right now. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe.